Hi there everybody. Today I'm back in the Dordogne, and just as I approach this town I decided to pull over and just get a few clips of what I can see on my approach. And I'm looking up very high here. I'm very low down. I'm going to bounce you along here as I walk along here for a few moments. Just want to leave the camera rolling rather than, as you can see, the town is quite up high up there, rather than pause and start again. But as I turn this corner, look at this beauty sitting up here on the top of this hill up here. Now, I'm going to go up there and get as much of it as I possibly can. And actually, I didn't really. If the leaves weren't on the trees, you'd have such a magnificent view. But I'm gonna point it up there just for a moment, just to have a little bit of a zoom in. Whoops. See what we were looking at up on high. And this town here is built upon the worst mud flood evidence I have seen. So let me right now give it a pause. We'll carry on when I get into the town centre. And as I head up towards there, I thought I would start the camera off a little bit early, because on my way up there I'm already finding what I can only describe as buildings that have gone through this mud flood. And I'm telling you, these are of the right age. You can see all the evidence on both sides of the street. It's actually one of the oldest towns around. But we're on our way up to the good stuff. So we are. I'll just let it play so you can see what's going on both sides of the street here as I keep my voice down. People don't really like noise. My little small channel has taken off over the weekend, thanks to John Levi. Real great thanks to John Levi, who put up one of my videos. And then over Sunday I ended up getting 50 new subscribers, which I tried to respond to all. I'm not really all that well up on all this tech, so it's not easy for me. And let me just sneak on up here, because I tell you that when you discover something, we will investigate all this in a few moments, and you try to bring the truth to people, you're up against it. You're up against all types of arguments. And in my opinion now, instead of trying to bring the truth and start an argument, the easiest thing to do is to expose the lies. It's easier to expose the lies that we've been told than to tell the truth to people about what we have discovered. One moment. Anyway, it would be interesting to know what the opinions of the local people are around here, who've lived here all their lives and have not ever questioned why their houses are buried And there is one house here in particular belonging to a friend of a friend who was supposed to come with me today. We will have to do it another time. And when you go inside their house, there are 2 or 3 floors of the house going down in under the ground. Now, I'm going to start now showing you the good stuff. And look at this little beauty right here along the side of the road. When I get up to it, you'll see what I'm talking about. And as I look down here, I mean, it is wall after wall coming up, filled up with mud, next one filled with mud, all the way right up to here on the top of the road here where I am right now. And you go down, watch out for the telegraph poles, and then you come across this baby here. Now there's 2 floors underground on the left, and the road is banked right up against it. Now with an absolutely magnificent structure like that, I can't see you building it up against a bank like this. This earth can move at any time. Floods, we do have small earthquakes around here. So if that shifted, take that house with it. So, and it's old enough, it's definitely a few hundred years old. Sitting above the town, you go down in terraces, step after step. Houses, built into the embankments. Have a look across the way. I mean, this place is beautiful. And if you had got here at the right time a few years back, you could have picked properties up for next to nothing. On the far side of the road, we have another big, huge embanked wall. Anyway, let me carry on. Try and get this beautiful house here from across the street. I mean, really, really gorgeous, and it's just standing right outside on its own. But we got some juice coming up now, so I'm going to keep this baby rolling as I come across the road again. If you haven't got your eyes and ears open here, some kid on a fast-moving scooter will soon chop you up. This is what I'm finding. This is what I'm seeing. Now, you know, there is case for argument, for example, when anyone wants to bring up subjects such as flat earth. You can have an argument. You can have intelligent people around you who are convinced that they're living on a ball earth. It doesn't matter either way. The thing is that it's open to argument. You can have an argument about that. But right here, right now, with these buildings that I'm looking at, and this one right here that I'm just about to show you, there is no argument here. And this Mudflood debunker who has debunked a few of my earlier videos, I challenge him. He told me his 3-year-old grandson knows more about construction than I do. That's fine. Well, ask your 3-year-old grandson who stuck this house right up against this bank here. And all the rest of them. You know, you want to be a debunker. I mean, we all have these human bodies, 2 legs, upright body, and a head on top. And in the middle of that head, you've got 2 little round things. 2 little glassy, glazy round things, which you use to observe objects that are in front of you. If you are using them, and you're observing or seeing what I'm seeing right now, and you cannot see what I'm seeing, no optician is going to be able to help you. Wow. Wow. What we got here is gold. Gold. Mudflood gold. Oh, what's this? You get behind that tree. Look at this. Now, bear with me for a second here. I'm going to try and zoom in on something because I just thought I saw a face. Oops, zoom, baby, zoom. Do you see there at the dead center of screen, like a little face sideways with two eyes on it? I could be wrong. I can't even hold the camera steady. Anyway, that's my problem. Now, we got more. Look at this. All terraced. All very well kept. All extremely well mud flooded. And nobody, I mean nobody has a clue. Look at this beauty that we saw from the road. It's great to be up here. Oh, banana tree. I saw a banana tree the other day with bananas on it. I filmed it. Tiny bananas. Oh. Whoops. Again, don't drop your phone and don't fall over the edge of this. This is an absolute beauty. Really, really, really old and gorgeous. And on top of that, built on top of something else. All built on an older structure. And this wall runs the whole length of the town. I'd love to see it from a drone or see it from Google. You never know, you could be looking at something Starfortish. Bonjour. Now, for those people, look at this. They're even giving away free peaches. That's not ready. That's not ready. For all you ball earthers, I'm afraid to drop any of these peaches on the ground. You never know. You drop a peach on the ground and they end up landing in Switzerland. What? Traveling at 5 million miles per hour in 3 different directions. But those peaches aren't ready. It's only 2nd, 3rd of September today. Man, can you believe it? You're walking around through the little park here and they're handing away free peaches. I'm going to just do a little bit of a pause here. Okay, I'm just going to leave this little area here, but I'm going to let the camera roll again because I've discovered something else which I want to head for. I'll walk on the grass, maybe that doesn't make so much noise. I've been heard my friends complaining about my feet making noise. Down and down we go. Now, all this walking around might make this video last too long. Nonetheless, it's all juice. It's all gold. Maybe that's what I'm going to call this video. Mudflood Gold. In the Dordogne, where everybody wants to come and live. I mean, so many Dutch and English people have moved to the area and bought up all these properties. They've put the prices up a little bit. But like 20, 30 miles down the road into the countryside, and you're finding them, you know, a hell of a lot cheaper. Right. Throwing objects is not allowed. You are under surveillance. Yes, you are under surveillance. It's me that's spying on you, not the other way around. Oh, what have we got here? You see this? Look at these archways. Man. Archway 1. Archway 2. I reckon it's been quite some time since anybody's been dragged up through those archways for a guillotining. Wow, man. A beautiful cedar tree. Like the cedars of Lebanon. They plant them here. Man, this is something else. I don't know how to introduce mudflood to them. Mudflood doesn't mean anything. Oh, chestnuts. Mudflood. they probably think you're talking about some new breakfast cereal on the market. Because I've seen them eat breakfasts that look like mudfloods. But anyway, le liquéfaction, inondation du 19e siècle. Now, that's as best as I can translate that. I don't know whether that's going to get through to them or not. Man, there's more. It goes under, it goes over. There are caves, tunnels. This place is magnificent. Anyway, I'm going to stall it again now so that I can try and get you a little bit more. All right. And another little view of this from across the way. Yeah. Get more in a sec. Right, so I'm gonna have to move out of here now. I was fitter than this not so long back. I spent the last 6 months lying on the sofa, doing nothing after I received an injury on the job. And that's really when I discovered YouTube and all you guys. And I have walked in on this whole thing with a new set of eyes. And I'm seeing a lot more down here than any of the locals. I have a friend, a French friend, who is understanding all of this. He's going to come with me next week and we're going to make these videos in French. Yeah, just a couple of little things here now as I get up back up to the top. We have, again, portholes for firing arrows out at tiny people. Alright, let me get back up top here. And let's get back down to street level. There's another house with 3 floors on the far side. Walking around in circles, excuse me. This is how I get back down to street level. You've seen that already. This is what I think about when I see the size of the walls surrounding the entire town. I'm talking massive fortress. Again, you'd have to see it from the sky in order to determine whether it is a star fort or not. But that is a beauty. Perfect evidence. Anyway, I'll take a little walk further up the street here until I run out of breath. Nice, huh? I bet all you people in California and up in the Northwest have received some very nice comments from you over the weekend, and you'd all love to come and live here. And believe me, you would. And one of you was right, there is no crime here. You know? Anytime you see cops, it's because someone has called them. Or they heard that some kids are smoking some weed down behind the tree or something, and the next thing you'll have helicopters. Yeah, but apart from that, you are probably in the most crime-free part of the world. These houses are all 14th, 15th, 16th century. And there's not many mudflood windows going down into the earth, but every building is on a slope. Number 23, probably for sale. And again, the front of it is gone out of it. How did that happen? Earth movement. It just doesn't end. Well, I'm going to end it here for now, because I could walk around this town all day, and I reckon that I'm going to have to come back and do more. And then there's this little thing. as I wander down the street, up against that big wall. And that's a new sign, because I can tell you there was a time when that water was drinkable. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I'm on my way back to my car. I've stopped filming, but then I gotta keep filming. There's just so much. And on top of that, I can't remember where I parked my car. I've lost my car. Oh, wildlife. Yep, more wildlife. I have filmed this, haven't I? I'll do a little pause here. I'll get more when I get around the corner. And I'm finding more juice. What's that doing down there? Underneath the street. Where does that window go? See what else we can find as we mosey down the street here. Oh, more. And these places are just gorgeous. Get out of the way of the sun there. Absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, like a fraction of the cost of properties across the rest of Europe. I mean, look at this beauty. And these beauties. And this bridge that I haven't mentioned. I'm going to go down as far as the bridge. Maybe leave it at that. Unreal. Hell of a lot of work went into that. I can tell you there were no lazy people involved in the building of that bridge. Nor slaves neither, because we're talking the most skilled of skilled labor. Another little beauty right there. Now I'm going to walk out into the sun again. Man, I could go here all day, but maybe I'm going to leave it at that. But I'll press stall for now. You never know whether I'll find something else. So we ain't finished yet. Again, I've just pulled up here into another little square. And I can't leave town without letting you have a peek at it. They got their star fort in the center of the town, there in the middle of the roundabout. And look at these absolute beauties. Again, all built before Mudflood. There must have been some serious dig out job done around this place to dig it down to the level that it's at and then leave it, saying to themselves, we can't go no further. And we're going to have to leave half of these buildings sticking up out of the ground. But don't worry about it. If we keep feeding people on the stuff that we keep feeding them on, then those little organs that they carry around inside their heads are not going to work properly. These people reckon that they're never going to be found out. Really? Well, I am here to expose as much of it as I can. I mean, like here in France right now, you've got these yellow vest protesters. If they had the slightest clue about how these people that have hijacked the controls of their state actually got to take control in the first place, as I said in another video, that might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Again, I just got in the car to leave the square and had to stop it again because again there's more. As I climb this hill to go up into the center of town, and more evidence. I mean, I could be here all day, one street after the other, and really and truly I don't have the time. I'm hoping that you've got a kind of an idea of what I'm faced with around here. And as I say, it's some of the best Mudflood evidence that I've come across. Now, I could walk down a tiny little side street here somewhere and find something absolutely fantastic. But again, I cannot just be keeping walking around all day. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it for that. And I'll come back to this town at another stage to do more. I just can't really get my head around it all at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll talk to you all soon.